Am I the only one who, you know, keeps moving in his chair when listening to this music all day? I think I'm actually burning more calories than in any other cast I've done so far.
I love the music from HGC China. It's always good, but they've basically swapped out all but one song for the entirety of HGC China.
Which is
and that one song is just the replay song.
Yeah, exactly.
Etc.
So good. But we're going to move to a very familiar location here in Heroes of the Storm. It is going to be Infernal Shrines. This time it's not the second battleground chosen. It is indeed going to be the first one. House Lady, despite their record not being super good looking here, they were the ones who chose it. Because if you play in such a big name like SPT, you might as well play them on a battleground where you can go standard, where you cannot get surprised or outclassed too hard. It's not a snowbally map once again. Yeah, let's see. The 12-2 record of SPT though looking very scary.
Yes, it is. Let's see what they are able to do with this, as the first ban is going over to SPT.
Quick Dehaka ban here. No thoughts wasted. But when you're first pick, you could go Genji. He's getting denied because that guy in the bottom right, Melody C, I would call him the most lethal Genji in the entirety of China.
I would agree. And it is amazing just seeing the comparison of how the pros prioritize stuff compared to the basic stats. Like, for example, basic stats on Infernal Shrines, current highest win rate heroes, the top 3 are Malthael, Zul, and Samuro, with Murky and Butcher being the next 2. It is very strange how it differentiates, like I said, whereas the pros, it's all very much the highest priority heroes in general.
Yeah, absolutely. So, judging from what we have seen so far on the first day in HGC China here for the fall season, Tetra, and you compare it to the other HGC regions, which all started on the last weekend, how similar is the banding and drafting thus far? Or how different is it?
Seems relatively reasonable compared to the majority of the Europe stuff. We've actually seen more Garrosh, I would say, from Europe, and we've also seen, but otherwise, prioritization seems to be fairly similar. A lot of Grey Main, excuse me, hiccups. A lot of Grey Main, a lot of Arthur still. There was more ETC in Europe, I would argue. Tyrael's definitely jumped up here compared to some of the other regions.
No Stitches thus far either. He used to be a big factor in China, getting first banned, first picked almost every single series. So we have yet to see the big hooker to really make an entrance here on the battleground.
Yeah, it's cool to see the versatility that we get from these teams in terms of region to region. Yes, and you have informed me via that I do need to refresh because I'm behind you. Refresh.
Oh, no problem. Let me just.
That's all good.
Let me just tell you what I'm sitting at.
I assume you're still on 8 because that was about 2 seconds.
I'm sitting at 8. Okay.
And I am now also on 8. Nice.
Perfect.
Done. Just a small refresh. Must have lagged while I was grabbing a sandwich.
Yeah.
In the break.
Oh, what kind of sandwich?
I very quickly toasted a cheese on a toasted cheese sandwich with ham and smoked sausage.
You can never go wrong with that combo, I think. And Tetra, you need that energy because you're once again having another one of those days where you just turn into a lean, mean casting machine and you cast HGC China, and right after that you're going to have maybe a 1-hour break at best, and then you move on to the HGC Open Division Europe with Grubby, right?
Yep. Love these days where you get all that casting in. They are the best. Big fan of them. Lord British. I've heard Lord Tetra, Lord of Casting, Lord Tech, all that kind of stuff. Never just Lord British. That's a weird one. Were you still on holiday when that happened?
I think I was, because I'm getting very confused by all those Lord titles. I mean, I do dig it, and I would definitely want to see it become a Lord.
I am a Lord.
What?
I am officially a Lord.
Are you Lord Tetra the first?
I am Lord Chris Tetra Ivory.
Okay, and what did you do to deserve this title?
I bought it. It cost 20 quid.
Hey, do you have one of those titles left over? I wouldn't be.
You can buy one yourself, dude. I'll send you a link later.
Okay, okay.
You can become Lord Kendrick. So yes, I literally did it just in the stream with Grubby. I was just like, we mentioned the word Lord, and I was like, pretty sure you can buy that. Went to it, found it, and was like, I'm gonna buy it just midstream.
Can also become a lady though.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I want to become Lady Kendricka. That's who I want to become.
You could buy both.
Oh,
you can buy a double pack, a Lord Lady pack.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna buy a 6-pack and give them away on stream.
A 6-pack? You have to put in the names though, and also it is very much a British thing. Either way, very silly as we see Karazim and Sonya once again returning. Very burst heavy comp for Hot Sadie before we get too off topic here.
Yeah, I really dig the Karazim, and I love the Leoric. Unfortunately, it is not the Kel'Thuzad patch yet, where he turns into an absolute abomination in terms of actual combat prowess and combat, you know, performance. But Leoric is still a beautiful counter to any Arthas. Arthas, low mobility warrior, does not have an easy time running away from the Drain Hope. So I love this adjustment, I really do, and knowing that SPT plays this hero, we can tell that Misaka, the guy right here on the bottom right corner, is probably going to play him, because I don't think they want to put the new guy Soap on this very challenging hero, unless they made him practice it over and over again.
I would agree on that one. Also, to correct Scrappy, not even owning land, Fake Lord, the lordship title comes with 5 square feet of land in the United Kingdom Lake District.
Really?
Yeah, you get 5 feet of land. You can't do anything with it because it's a protected site. Yeah, but it's yours.
Nice.
Chromie, there she is.
Nice. There we go.
Earlier.
We've been missing her. We've been missing the feisty little gnome already, but she's finally back. And against what SPT brought to the table, it can be good and bad at the same time. I mean, there is a lot of ability for those heroes to just dodge the abilities. There's a lot of anti-burst healing and protection coming from Uther. But by the same token, on this map, on Infernal Shrines, she can poke from afar, and she can really dominate those shrine areas, can't she?
She really can. If she can get those abilities off efficiently, and just poke down from afar, she can be absolutely devastating.
Yep, she can be devastating for sure. Now, is SPT going to show us why they became champions last season, or are they going to follow the trend of, you know, the actual good teams looking kind of not so good? RPG dropping a map, CE dropping a map. Is it SPT's time to do the same? We don't know. All we do know, though, is that the race to BlizzCon in China has never been more exciting, with E-Star unfortunately disbanding and no longer being a part of the league. Anything's possible. All the points are reset. It's all done. They're all yours for the taking. Let's go.
Indeed, the first place position and the stress of having to worry about if you get a visa or not is waiting for either of these teams if they can take the lead in the next 2 games by getting a 2-0.
It would be absolutely nuts if we would see another 1-1 tie, because that would mean, oh my god, we would have all the teams literally sitting at the same place. Crazy. Let's see if that's gonna happen though. SPT against one and only Hots Ladies. Find out in a bit how that game goes. We're going to follow 365 onto the battlefield. He is in this game after all, on the left-hand side, leading his boys from Hots Ladies. That sounded weird, but it's the truth. On the Chromie, 365. Again, new player. On the Karzim, Lee is solid. On the Sonya, Feed B. On the Grayman, excuse me, and Carlo. On his trademark hero, on Arthas.
Whereas on the right-hand side, last season champions, SPT, Zhen Zhao, playing the Lunara, Melody C on Tychus, Misaka on Leoric, Soap on Muradin, and ZZH playing the Uther. Uther versus... There's no one on the other team who's in Hearthstone. Arthas, the Lich King. Oh, there we go.
Did you see all the announcements about the raid mode and Arthas being like the first real raid boss in Hearthstone? It was beautiful. Yeah,
I did. I've watched a load of videos from it from some lovely Hearthstone streamers. Looked very fun.
Yeah, definitely agree. Might get me back into the game. So let's see what we're going to be seeing here between those two teams. A little bit of a brawl in the middle, but none of the teams really committing. And we do indeed see Soap on the Muradin, which used to be the go-to hero for Misaka. He was actually a dread Muradin player, but going for that more offensive route on the Bruiser Leoric here, getting actually helped here by Tychus. Actually, you can send Tychus in a 1-on-1 against Sonya. He's shredding her like butter, especially if his minigun trade is up. And I think that's exactly what they're going to be doing.
Indeed, he can kite her as long as he's able to dodge the spear, gets crazy value from the damage output he can do with his minigun, like you said. Tychus, and most ranged heroes, very unexpectedly good in solo lanes. Oh, the good Jukan! Oh! But Lias is punished.
Worth it, though.
1 for 1.
That was worth it, and you could really see how Melody C was looking at that screen. He was like, when is Arthas going to drop that Holding Blast? We're going to wait all the way and only use our dash at the very last moment. Beautifully done. He bought enough time for Leoric to catch up, and Sonya had to pay the blood price as well. He got the maximum value out of this very hopeless situation.
Yes, he did. Also, confusing build, Chromie, compounding ether and piercing sands.
So
China, she's also dying, very poisoned, but she is fine. Was able to be back.
Yeah, this is a little bit weird indeed. I mean, with the upcoming rework on her abilities, she's gonna have way more emphasis on her Q anyway, because she can basically summon a clone very early on if she hits those Qs. But hold a second here, wait a second. Arthas goes down. Again, had no heals ready in this moment here, and the Lich King is no more. But as you said, it's very unusual to see Chromies not go for the level 1 reveal. I'm not sure what to think about it. Like, Time Walker's Pursuit is such an important talent. Gives you mana regen, more ability power, and of course vision, which is so important. Remains to be seen if this build is going to give you any value. I'm highly, you know,
it's a lot of extra damage, which is brilliant. True. But what also gives the extra damage is the W builds, which he's not gone for. Yeah. My only, what do you lose out on 7? Okay, so my only expectation here is he's going for the trap talent here. Nope, he's just, okay, he's still gone for Dragon's Eye. Okay, I don't know why he's gone for this build. Like, that was my only logic, because you miss out. If you go for the W builds, then you miss out on the traps. So that was my only logic. He wanted to take the trap, so he went for a Q build. But nope, he's just doing this. Lots of damage, though, being dropped from him here. Getting huge poke. Carlo just alive. Saved by again. And yeah, Muradin in the trap. Not able to get it, but they still are able to kill off Arthas in the end.
They push him back, the Hots Lady's on the retreat here, and that probably means that the first Punisher of the game is going to go over to SPT. But yeah, sometimes China is just being China, and you can try to analyze the builds, but you'll probably fail miserably. So you just let the boys play sometimes, you know?
Yeah, like I would argue that this is probably the highest single target damage build you can get, outside of maybe Bronze Talons, because you get the extra 100 damage, piercing lets you stack it quicker, which is good, and also means you have a better chance of hitting the hero you're looking for, and Dragon's Eye is single target damage, bye-bye Arthas again. So
yeah, and you know, Carlo is actually an Arthas main, so he should know how to play the hero. It's just that SPT seems to be on a completely different level. They didn't even need Leoric, who is actually, next to Tychus, the greatest tank shredder in their roster, but they have 2 of those, and since Arthas, we mentioned this earlier, has no mobility, except by, you know, maybe getting a movement speed buff by Karzim, he's completely left alone. And if he gets caught too much, he's going to fall very rapidly. And speaking of falling, Bye-bye, Greymane. Oh, no.
No, not this time. Not able to finish him.
Oh!
Someone who is finished, though. Arthas gets sniped.
365 with the golden aim here. He needs to go back, though, relatively low on mana, and that's the big thing. Like, mana management is going to be so important for 365. He has no Time Walker's Pursuit, and you would be surprised how much more you're going to spend time getting mana back, drinking healing fountains, if you don't go Time Walker's Pursuit.
Yeah, that is... Like, once again, this is the highest single target damage, but who is he attempting to blow up with that? Like,
yeah.
Lunara can just take Greater Spell Shield. Even Tychus can take the Neo Plating or whatever it's called, Neo Steel Plating.
Yeah, 13 he gets
Uther
that.
has Divine Shield for anyone. If they can work out who's being targeted, it's hard to predict because you can't see where Chromie's abilities are coming from a lot of the time. So that can be a bit of an issue. He's gone for the rewind. Okay, so this is just a pure blow-up comp. Going for that temporal loop. That's what this is for. With Cleanse and Divine Shield and Wraith Walk and Leaping Strike.
It's crazy. Like, I don't even understand who he's going to blow up. There's always going to be the Divine Shield. As you said, Murden, you can't blow up that guy anyway. The plating at level 13 for the Tychus plus Odin damage prevention. It's going to be so hard.
This is going to be
Maybe
weird.
365 knows something we don't, but I remain highly skeptical of this build so far.
As do I. So far, he's the second best caster turn player that we've seen today, in terms of build capability at least.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can redeem it by just detonating someone. Getting more stacks. Don't know how close he is to stacking up. He needs 25? Yeah, 25.
So far, so good.
If he goes bye-bye, I choose to believe that it's Trixler just playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody better call Trixler. I'm not sure if he's streaming or not, but you need to let him know right now. I mean, I think one Chinese team has done it in the past already because we were already getting excited over this one. I remember that much. But if we see it again, they might be up to something. They might be watching the Western streams after all.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they misunderstood. Maybe
Temporal?
they didn't. Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, denied.
But Divine Shield gets the... Never mind! Gets sniped! ZZH is dropped! Soap is dropped! It's a massacre! And Hot's Lady pick up 3 kills in time for the objective, and Sonya begins to spin.
I, for one,
Well
welcome our new overlord, 365, who just basically proved us all wrong. Twitch chat included. Yes, I'm looking at you guys. You were laughing about that build just as much as we were. So, you better prepare for the full blow-up Q, Chromie. And she's just not gonna miss anything as SPT slouch.
She's stacked. Yeah, they get another kill. They're gonna get the objective. I think what we proved today is casters make the best players.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So Dread coming out of retirement confirmed. Not confirmed.
Yeah. We had Gunjo earlier on that Uther playing very, very admirably and formidably. And now we have 365 who turned caster last season, came back this one, and just surprising everyone. And I have to take back all of my skepticism because I really think Chromie has what it takes to carry this game hard.
Lots of damage onto Stope with the 7-sided. Gets to 365, who is focused down. Nice Entomb. And the second Leaping Strike guaranteed onto Karazim. Great play by Zhenjiao, turning this back around. They're still behind in XP, but they're not that far behind. And the difference is they have everyone alive, so they can actually soak.
Exactly. So the ladies got a little bit overconfident here, maybe. It's still SPT we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. It's still the reigning champions, who, despite the fact that they couldn't surprise us once again at the Eastern Clash, still by many considered to be the strongest team in China by a large margin.
So we do see reaching through time, and we did see that during that last fight, which was quite sad, because timeout would have saved her. Bye-bye probably wouldn't, because Skullcracker, but yeah, timeout would have saved Chromie, but instead went for the extra range so she can continue to poke down like this.
Okay. So as long as she keeps hitting the spells, it shall be forgiven. There goes the Temple Loop.
Nice idea there, using the 7-sided strike to prevent Lunara from jumping and making herself unstoppable. Nice idea, but not enough for the blow-up. Lunara was not in position, Chromie was zoned out too much to be able to drop the combo. Nicely played by both teams there, playing against each other as opposed to playing against the hero.
Oh no, they missed it up!
That's enough! That's enough! She's
okay.
Well wins! And Kerosene!
Oh!
Fountain!
Go for it!
And
Go
the totem! It's enough! Beautiful save coming in from again! And now we're seeing a full retreat for SPT. Looks like no one will die.
Yeah.
But what a clutch save from again.
The last second save coming in here from Karazin, played by, again, a new player for the team of Hots Ladies. Combine that with a live ally and, of course, the Fountain. It was just enough to keep Sonya alive. Beautiful, and that was so important. It basically maintains the momentum on the side of Hots Lady. They can fight without being a man down, and they can start doing those skeletons. And Chromie, look at her. Setting up traps, getting into a super safe position. Leroy taking a lot of damage. Temporal Loop is ready. All of the heroic abilities, bar the Berserker Wrath, are ready.
She was able to leap into a time trap. She wasn't reset. Instead, though, the rest of her team is getting detonated here. We're seeing Lunara is safe, but Muradin is barely alive. Uther is already dead. Chromie's not done. Neva's Greymage sniping that Lunara. Greatest Spell Shield not saving the day this time.
When Chromie's abilities work against herself in that time, I mean, there was no way Lunara could know there was one, so it was a little bit luck there. But hey, that's part of the game sometimes. Also keep in mind that Lunara, of course, at level 13, did go for the Greatest Spell Shield, the most powerful anti-spell ability in the game when it comes to spell shielding, after all. So really, really cool adaptation here. But still, the ladies, they have all the momentum. They just need to utilize it. How often did we see a quote-unquote underdog give away a game after looking so good in the early mid-game? Hopefully that's not going to happen for them, but SPT is still a scary opponent.
Yeah, that is too many times where we have seen that happen, as we do see Hots Lady moving in. Punisher still very high on health as it begins to move in. Who's baiting it? It's going to be Soap. Nice dwarf.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Chromie, though, chunking Zhen Zhao.
Goodness.
Punisher even chasing it down for a bit. No nature's culling here, so they are just straight up auto-attacking this. They will be able to clear it up, but the entire front wall is gone, and the Fountain will go down as well.
Yeah, the Fountain will go down. Another 2-man stun here by the Purple Punisher. Lee is getting trapped in here now. We do have a couple of supports here.
We're seeing Soap barely alive. Misaka also barely surviving. Leah's diving deep. There's a minion wave preventing the Keep from fighting back, as the huge damage from the Odin is trying to drive him back, but with Soap gone, ZZH potentially about to die. No, he gets out. Never mind.
Oh my.
Chromie is just a never mind hero this game, and somehow none of them are dying. They're going for Lunara as well. The reset. Not in, they don't kill off Zhen Zhao with the temporal loop, and still, they're all alive. So much poison is being dropped, but it's not enough. Here comes the Yorick, the last-ditch attempt, but Betty C is trying to help, and he's just getting burst down.
Yeah. And look how much respect both Quan Zhao and Misaka now have. Oh, this might be too much for the gnome.
Never mind.
Oh, never mind, they turned it around. One mo.
Kendrick, I think it's fine. I think they got it.
Oh.
Barely surviving as well.
They better respect 365 now.
Oh my god, yeah, casters make best players. 12-7 in terms of kills, 16-15, about to be 17-15 in favor of Hots Lady, and the first keep of the game already down.
So here's one thing.
They haven't, not just quickly, disrespect, they're not using their own banner.
Oh, that's a massive no-no. But something, I don't want to sound disrespectful towards CCH, who's probably a better player than I could ever become. However, I feel that his Uther has been kind of lackluster. The Divine Shields were used on targets that were about to die anyways, and they could have been used earlier. That's something I want to highlight here a little bit. Similar to other panic buttons, like let's say the Crystal Aegis, for example, you normally don't want to use those abilities on a target that is sitting at 5% health, because even after that ability expires, the target is most likely going to die. So instead, use it when the targets are at 20, 30, or maybe even 50% health, so that target can actually still participate in a team fight. And I feel that the Divine Shields were not really as good as they could have been, and the healing in general, they are dropping so low every single time. I'm not sure if it's Uther or ZZH just having a bad day, or maybe both.
Either way, it's just like where have been the cleanses on the temporal loops?
Yeah,
that's the big question.
Yeah, that too.
So, well, here comes the Odin. Tychus is stacked, dropping poke damage. Lunara also poking down. SPT They're whittling it down here. Uther are able to survive quite good. Good Divine Shield on Lunara as well. Misaka is dropped, but they've taken out Chromie, some of the biggest damage. And we're seeing Sonya not able to finish off Uther either, but with Muradin down, where's the front line now for SPT? And Melody C will drop as well, and this is a disaster. Good room. Lunara isn't enough. Couldn't get to the minions to Leaping Strike. She goes down too, and Hot Lady win yet another fight. I hit my hand. Ow.
Well, does it hurt as much as the core is getting currently injured by all those 3 catapults, and I don't think SPT can defend it?
It most certainly does not. Uther, the world's best lane clear, is coming to defend this. So yeah, that's going to be a problem. A lot of damage will be taken here. He's able to clear up quite nicely, burns all his abilities. It's only 5% on the core, but now the shield is gone. This fort in the mid lane is not going to slow down the Punisher very much. They kind of wish they'd taken the Punisher earlier so that they could get value maybe off that shield. Either way, you can see the team fight here. Beautiful Divine Shield. Best one by ZZH yet. Able to get some great value. But the fact is they're so split that Muradin is just isolated first. Leoric went down before that, and Tyke, and then they just continue to split. Uther's just focusing so much on protecting Zhen Zhao that Tyke's is left alone as well.
Exactly. And despite the fact that Tychus, Melody C, got so much value off his Odin, it was not enough damage to take down anyone. And here's why. Karazin, he has a lot of healing available, especially when the team clumped up, and that's what they did. So the Breath of Heaven hit everyone. Then, most importantly, the frontliners, Arthas and Sonya, they have fantastic self-sustain. Army of the Dead, the self-healing by Sonya with a Whirlwind and her level 7 talent. It's just so much, and they don't have enough to really kill anyone just that quickly. Seven-sided now coming in against Soap. He stays alive for now.
Lydius dropping a clutch shield with those nerves of steel. Still alive. Where's the Karazin? Lydius just doesn't die. Finally expiring to the poison, but ZZH in the backline is getting destroyed by Arthas, making it a 1-for-1. Level 20 not available for either team. As a good kill to Greymane, though, this could be some perfect team's opportunity. If they can kill off Carlo here as well, that's going to be great for them. Wraithwalk, it looks like Leo's just going to 1v1 that. In the meantime, the shield on the core is about to die as well.
Another one.
Oh, good interrupt.
Oh my goodness, that was so close. The Sandclone almost got her. But Melody sees grenade.
Oh, he's not done. He wants more.
Don't play with the sand. Don't do it. Just run, you fool. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, greatest power shield. Run, Jinja.
I can't believe.
The livest team has saved the core. They're still taking damage, actually 60% on the core. But they have defended, and looks like Zhao will escape. But yeah, that was cool. The grenade interrupted the Chromie, but doesn't interrupt the clone. That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. The level 20, of course, the past and future me hits like a truck if combined with Chromie's other abilities. 365. I have to apologize. I have to take back everything I've said earlier. Despite your wonky build, you rock this game, my friend. And the Hots ladies, they're not fighting like ladies in this game. They're fighting like mean stepmoms. You know? It's crazy.
Chromie didn't kill Lunara report. Kick from team.
I mean, we're not going to be too harsh here.
We're casters. We are meant to be harsh. But yes, I completely agree. 365 has been devastating in this game, and this build, just the single target build, we don't know if the other build might have done better, but in this case, it has been incredible. Beautiful play so far, just missing on the Auric there. But right now, level 20 is getting closer for SPT. Their core is on 60%, which is not 0, meaning that they still have a chance, people in Hero League.
If they can get another fight done before SPT hits level 20, they can march right at the core. Every team fight that SPT loses significantly, the doors are open in the bottom. I mean, they're actually kind of lucky that the top shrine is activated, not the bottom shrine, because this makes it way easier for them to potentially defend against a Punisher on the side of Hots Lady. But still, I'm more than impressed by Hots Lady and the way they approach this fight. They're facing the best team in the league. True, Soap hasn't been on the roster last season. True, Soap is not Wings. He's not on the same page, not on the same level. But still, players like Misaka, Melody C, they're absolute star players. And I would have never thought that this game would get this close.
Poked for days. Sand and alcohol in this case in the form of cocktails just flying at the team of SPT. Last ditch attempt for the entomb from Misaka, waiting for it as long as he can, trying to get it. Here comes the temporal loop onto Lunara, leaping strike, it didn't work, she got reset, they could not get the invulnerable and she gets taken down, and 365 now is still alive in the background, doing so much poke on the Soap, who is taken out. Lias is in the backline, the Auric has chased 365 off. Misaka lives, kills the Chromie, but in the other side of the map, Melody C is the only damaging member left, but Uther is about to respawn, and that might be enough. Can he finish off Lias to chase him down? One more AoE? No, he turns the focus onto Carlo. He didn't know Lias was still there.
And I was already looking at Leoric because I thought he was left of Hot's Lady, but he teleported back to defend the bottom lane, which is going to get assaulted by a heavy minion wave here. So I thought he could maybe clean up Misaka, that is, but no, he does the right thing. 4 catapults that would have been enough to actually destroy the core if they were left unattended. So good call by him. However, SPT, they bought themselves enough breathing room, and they're here to stabilize, starting this shrine 17, 18, but Hosleys, they're already back in pursuit.
We can talk about how good Hot Lady have been this entire game and how they're looking in the team fights, but you can't beat experience like that. The fact of Leoric knowing that, yeah, maybe he could have come in and maybe won his team a team fight where they could have got the Punisher, but by the time they would, their core would have been dropped down to maybe less than 20%. So the experience of knowing when to retreat and when not to is good. Entomb not landed. That's bad news for SPT. They're still waiting for Muradin as well. ZZH is the one in danger, trying to stay healed. He doesn't have redemption. He divine shields himself to try and stay alive. Tychus trying to shred through Sonya, who's in the backline. Muradin is being a menace in the back as well. Sonya onto Tychus. The Odin getting no value. ZZH finally falls, but Lunara, it might be what they need. Clearing through 2 heroes already and looking for a third.
Oh my goodness.
Barely surviving, looking for Lias, who's dropping low. There's the basically his version of Hardened Shield. Dropping so much damage, has to drop the Ignore Pain as well.
This is absolute insanity. Sonya could have continued to fight there if it hadn't been for Skullcracker interrupting the whirlwind when it was needed. That was such a crazy team fight, and still there's Chromie, a 7-side being used as well, missing unfortunately here with the Qs, but 13 skulls in their possession. It is now a race for this Punisher, excuse me. We see a live ally here being so valuable, especially with high HP targets like Sonya, providing so much additional healing. Karzim, an absolute MVP, but here we go with a flank from behind.
365, taking all the poison damage. Karazim not able to save it. Everyone else is blocked again, trying to get some value. If he can get a kill, they might have a chance. He moves in, 7-side strike, not available. Was not able to finish off Lunara. Sonya, the only surviving member. Leoric has, sorry, not Leoric, Arthur's come back to life, and you can see the reaction here.
Catapults.
They took so much value, but the core has not dropped any health in a while. You can see the rotation here coming in from Hot's Lady. They know they're in trouble. They know that this Punisher is late game enough that's going to do crazy damage. So what they're going to do, they're going to pressure, force ports back, and then be back to defend uncontested.
If they get a kill here against Lunara, who I don't think Quanzhou was expecting this. Look at that. He's walking right into the trap.
The Dukes! Not enough. That's down. And now they can. Now the ports are forced.
No.
But now that they force those ports, they can be back and defend. Oh, hang on. It's a game. It's the game of predictions. Who's going B and who isn't?
The game of chicken. I think Hot's Lady, they lost the staring contest. They're now teleporting back. Carlo as well here. Misaka does not spot him. Thank God, but they still miss a player. It's a 3 versus 4, excuse me, with the Punisher though. It's a pretty powerful ally.
It is, and it's an arcane one as well. Those arcane sentinels, crazy damage as they start to work it down. Keep very healthy as the Punishers drop low. Nice double stun Punisher, good job. Big red button though, getting some nice poking damage. But what have they really achieved here? They've killed a front wall.
Yeah, they killed a front wall. That is not enough to equalize the structural disadvantage that they find themselves in. And look at the middle camp, excuse me, the middle keep here as well on the side of SPT. It's so low. Any mistake could now spill disaster for SPT. They could lose another one. And this constant pressure in the bottom lane, they constantly need to send at least one person in there to keep the lane safe and sound, because a 60% core, that's not a whole lot. And look at that beautiful map awareness as well, scouting every bush, because if you're SPT right now, you want to pick someone off. You want to get someone isolated, you want to basically snowball from there, get those staggered deaths in, and maybe stabilize and win the game. So really, really good awareness by Hot's Lady.
Chaotic Blessings in the chat correctly pointing out we're currently on 42 kills in this game alone. That's a lot. Muradin waiting for his opportunity.
I think that's more than all games combined in Europe last weekend. No, it's probably not, but you get the twist, right?
Yes, I get you. So, moving in, Lunara caught in the trap, but she's able to double leaping strike, and as such, Chromie is in serious trouble. So much healing has been dropped onto her, but it's not enough. Down goes 365 and Greymane, but Uther has dropped 2. Difference is, Uther has redemption. Misaka also dead, but he's Leoric. He revives as well. All the kills from Hots Lady mean very little, whereas the kills from SPT mean a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, and the fight took place in the bottom lane as well, so they could actually use this time to also de-push the lane a little bit. Oh no, Arthur's getting slowed, Arthur's getting chased down, he has no more ulti to keep himself alive, takes the stun to the face, and he's about to fall. The Iceborne Fortune is not enough to save him this time.
Yep, and remember all those kills the Hot Lady just got in the last fight? Uther's back, Leoric's back in less than 10 seconds because of his trait.
Yeah.
This is experience. Sometimes that's all you need to be able to stay in the game. They outpredicted Hot Lady on that bottom pressure. Leoric's already back, has been controlling this bot lane perfectly.
Beautiful.
SPT, even though they've been having a pretty rough time in this game, they are putting on a masterclass of how not to lose a game from behind.
Yeah, they are relentless. They do not let go. They fight with everything they've got. And I do want to say that ever since both of their frontliners, namely Leoric and Muradin, gained access to Hardened Shield, ZCH is starting to look a lot better as a support, because no longer is all the weight on his shoulders alone. The Warriors can actually take care of themselves now as well. So kudos to SPT for adjusting very nicely to all the burst damage with the Greymane, with the Chromie, and they're starting to look better and better the more time goes on.
Yes, they are. They're creeping into it. But the fact is, SPT, they need to win potentially 2 more fights to be able to win the game like this. Hot Lady need 1. And they need to win by killing people who aren't Uther and Leoric. Tychus and Lunara, or Tychus and Muradin, or Lunara and Muradin, any combination of those 3.
Oh, Melody C. Oh,
then
Melody
they're
C.
going to be able to win the game.
Oh, if he gets caught here.
Good out of protection, that's enough.
Okay, good. That would have been a disaster if Melody C had gotten caught and died here. But I like what they were trying to do, SPT that is. They tried to wait for the last skeleton because they needed to de-push and de-shove all the other lanes first. Otherwise, they couldn't have fully committed, because otherwise, sooner or later, their base would have fallen. So now they're going to have had enough, though. They're going to try to end this right here, right now. It's all in or nothing. They need to use this momentum to finish the game. Otherwise, they might have to drag it out once again. Oh no, Carlo.
There's still a fort here. Where is Carlo? Is Carlo going to try and backdoor? He's there's 2, 3 catapults here, I think. Who's being? Tychus is being. Oh, he's just showing.
No,
what a beautiful play. Who's falling for it?
He can go for it, though.
Falling for it.
He does have the army. The armies are going to intercept the aggro here from the core.
If he can dodge the drain. He can't dodge the drain. But the catapults are being completely unattended. The core is dying. Tychus, someone be back.
No, they can't be back in time. They're committed. And Arthas, with the help of the catapults and the ghouls, he's going to do it.
The catapults are dead, but Carlo... they tried to nicely use the entomb to try and force him away. But that's GG. Carlo sneaking an Arthur's backdoor. Well played. Hot Lady take game number 1.
Well, that is a way to end the game. Sneaky Carlo going for the backdoor with the help of his ghouls and 2 or 3 catapults. There we go. They did it. And actually, SPT was lucky that the Punisher was spawning in the bottom lane, because that automatically de-pushed, but they didn't take those catapults into account that were already out on the way. So another Titan has fallen, Tetcher. What is going on today?
I don't even know, but either way,